Hello again, family and friends of First Christian Church. I pray that you've all had a great start to the week. And once again, I want to take time to thank you all for your prayers. I've been dealing with this COVID-19. But I'm back. I'm back in the office this week. I'll be back behind the pulpit Wednesday night and then Sunday. I miss it so much. I can't wait to see you guys. But this morning, I wanted to kind of talk about fear. So turn with me to Romans 8:28. You'll see that it says, "And we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good for those who are called according to his purpose." So, what does this have to do with fear? Well, I'll show you. Fear was Abraham's downfall. Abraham, the father of faith, a spiritual giant. What happened to him? Yep, he messed up big time. But right here is Abraham's true Hollywood story according to the Bible. And it's a long story, but you can check it out in Genesis, I think Genesis 12. The short version is that it all boils down to fear. Understand this, faith and fear cannot coexist. Faith trusts in God, but when we give in to fear, it pushes out faith. We begin to take life into our own hands. It's our American religion. God helps those who help themselves. That's what Ben Franklin teaches, not what the Bible teaches. This mentality is never the will of God. Abraham stopped trusting God and came up with his own game plan. Unsurprisingly, things went south, right? Things went horribly wrong. Yet what happened? God remained in control. God had a plan for Abraham, so God intervened. Doesn't this story sound familiar when things begin challenging and we can't see a clear solution? We stop acting out on faith and instead act out of fear. We begin to handle things our own way. We give in to fear and worry, allowing our self-preservation instincts to kick in. Yet in spite of Abraham's failures, his story it should give us great hope because we all struggle, right? We all struggle. We all fall short, missing the mark of God's best for our lives. Yet God still used Abraham. God worked things out because God had a plan for Abraham's life. In the same way, God can use you. God can use me. He can use all of us in spite of our weaknesses and in spite of our failures because God works for God works for the good for those who love him. He still intervenes. But first, we have to confess our sin and failures to God. It begins with seeking God's forgiveness. So, a few questions. In what areas of your life do you still need to come back to God? Where have you begun living from fear rather than faith? Change directions. Return to God. Hold on to the hope that we find in Abraham's story. And that is that our God is the God of second chances. Something to meditate on this morning. Till next time. Love you guys. Keep looking up.